Hey, friends. I'm your host, Dr. Elizabeth Ssemanda, the Intuitive Psychiatrist. And today we are opening a conversation around something that really hits home for a lot of people. One of the most painful and yet deeply transformational experiences a soul can face, and that is betrayal. And our guest here knows this journey firsthand. She's a former attorney turned betrayal recovery expert, and she weaves together law, psychology, and consciousness in a way that helps others find meaning in the midst of heartbreak. Lora Cheadle, it's an honor to have you with us. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. And what a beautiful introduction because, yes, betrayal is something we all experience, and it is so painful and so transformative. But it's easy to lose the fact that it's transformative when we're so enmeshed in the pain.
Yes. And for those that don't know you, we'd like to learn a little bit more about you, your story, how this transformation happened. Could you share your journey from attorney into this unexpected path of becoming a betrayal recovery expert?
Absolutely. I really enjoyed practicing law. I enjoyed so much about it, the research, things like that. But the reason that I went to law school was really to create justice in the world. I
Mm.
saw so many injustices out there. And the longer I practiced, the more I realized, darn it, I'm really not righting wrongs. I'm really not bringing justice to people's hearts and souls. And I felt kind of disillusioned by that. It was so transactional. And I started burning out and I walked away. And my idea was to go into more of the holistic wellness space because I really saw that justice was within. It's
Mm.
not really contingent on those external circumstances. It's how we feel in our bodies, in our minds, in our spirits. So
Yes.
that's when I started really opening myself up to spirituality, intuition. I went back to school, became a hypnotherapist, all energy work, all of the different things. And, I really thought I had nailed it. I really thought I was I was perfect. I was helping people. I was centered and grounded in my own life. I thought I had it made. And then I found out that my husband had been cheating on me for 15 of our 23 years together.
Oh, geez.
I can't even tell you how devastating that was. It didn't make sense. We were friends, we were partners, we had a really good life. I was intuitive, like, how could I have missed all of this? And it took a long time. It took a long time to process. It took a long time to understand. It took a lot for me doing work with other people to start figuring out, wait, what is missing? Why don't we have a good betrayal recovery practice? It's not just grief. It's not just loss. It's so much more than that. It's identity, it's expectation, it's betrayal of all these other things. And that's when I really got curious, both for my own healing and for other people, and started researching and deep diving and learning what is betrayal? How does it impact on us on a soul level, a physical level, a mental level? So I never planned on getting here, but I do feel that it was the exact right place and where I'm supposed to be.
Can you speak a little bit um, to that? Like you mentioned that you went and did a deep dive into betrayal, like what it is and what you uncovered. Tell us a little bit about what it means, I guess, your perspective on a soul level.
Yeah, yeah. If you look at the definition, I'm a lawyer. I have to start with definitions.
I love it. I love bring it.
Good. The definition of betrayal is the breaking of an expectation, but not just any expectation, an expectation that you have relied on that ruptures your view of yourself or the world.
Mm.
So it ruptures a material expectation about how safe you are, about who you are, about what you are. And that's the intersection of spirituality right there. We think we are humans. We think the world is there to support us in certain ways, depending on so many different things. We all have these different expectations, but all of these beliefs about who we are and what the world is like get ruptured. I thought good things would happen to good people. I thought because I was kind and I tried hard to do the right thing, even though I would make mistakes, that I would get rewarded because good always wins, right? I thought I would be safe. I thought I would be protected. And betrayal rips that away from you. And it's easy to fall into a victim mentality. Nothing is safe. Nothing is fixed. No matter what I do, it's never going to be enough. And this is where you really have to go within and be like, no, nothing is safe. Nothing is fixed. But I am. I am a spirit. I am a soul. I am capable of feeling. I am capable of creating my own experience. I can
Mm.
be victimized and not wear the hat of victim. I can be victimized and feel it fully and process it, but I get to choose my own identity and
Yeah.
I get to make my life and my experience exclusive or irregardless of what happened to me. It is exclusively my choice.
Oh, I love it. I love it. It's going from victimhood to empowerment. Can you tell our listeners like who are in the midst of betrayal, uh I guess what's the first step?
Yeah. Yeah. This is so hard to hear. So hard to hear.
We're
The
here for the
first
truth though. Go ahead.
exactly, I'm like, I'm not gonna lie. The first step is to slow down and to feel it all. We want to fix, our nervous system gets hijacked. We either want to fight, "I'm gonna fight you and I'm gonna win, I'm gonna kick you out," we wanna run away, pretend that it didn't happen. We want to curl up in a ball. We want to fix things. "If I could just fix you, just go to counseling, we'll get this fixed, fix yourself, fix it." Anytime the nervous system is hijacked, we're not making true, authentic, thoughtful decisions because we are in survival mode. The first step is to feel it, to recognize you're in shock. You can't just re regulate your nervous system in 2 days. Your whole world has been disrupted, your whole identity, your whole future. You have to reprocess the past. Slow down and just feel. I laid on the floor and cried. I kid you not, for weeks. Yes, I did other things too. I would get up, I would see a therapist, I would see a coach, I would do some energy work, I would try to walk, but I felt it all. And we have to feel it all, the grief, the loss, the shock, the pain. Slow down and let yourself feel.
Oh, it's so powerful. I will say, like as a psychiatrist, um, tears are incredibly healing. It's something about that is that therapeutic release.
Yeah.
All that
Oh, yeah.
pent up, um, pent up emotions, energy. I wonder if you could tell us about what helped because that's a significant betrayal. What helped you most as you were going through that process?
It it varied. It would be really nice to say it's this one thing and it helped. It was a variety of things, but I would be very conscious of what I needed. I good at taking care of other people. I think so many of us are. I'll take care of my kids, I'll take care of my family, I'll take care of my spouse, I'll take care of things at work. I could take care of other people, but I had very rarely truly taken care of myself. Sometimes people would be like, "Self-care," and I'd be like, "Yeah, I get manicures, I get a pedicure," but that's not it. I would have to go to that base level of, "What do you need right now, Laura? Do you need water? Do you need to just go sit in the sunshine? Do you need to call a friend? What do you need right now? What do you need right now?" And sometimes it was movement, and sometimes it was, "I need the weight of blankets on me." Sometimes it was, I found so much comfort in listening to Esther Hicks, just
Yeah.
her voice and her messages. What do I need? And just taking care of myself at that very base level. Sometimes it would be like, I need a frozen pizza. It was just asking and listening and allowing and not judging it, not being like, "No, you should go work out. Oh, that's not healthy." I needed comfort, and I had to comfort myself.
So it sounds like you were in communication with yourself, you were listening to yourself, and that is such a beautiful thing for those people who have trouble. There's a lot of stuff going on in their outside world,
Oh, yeah.
and so it's hard to hear what their inner self is trying to tell them. What advice would you have for those people?
You're not dropping the ball permanently. I hear that. My son was at home. I had classes to teach. I had clients to serve. You can still do those things. Do it at the bare minimum. The laundry will keep. The house can get dirty. If you need to reschedule on a friend or a client, if you need to share with your employer that you're going through something and step back and take some leave or take some personal days, you deserve that. This is not permanent. I think there's that thought that we all have. I can't do it. I have to be the overachiever. I have to be the superstar. I have to keep all the balls in the air all the time. Now is the time to drop the balls. You're
Mm.
not dropping them forever, but now is the time. This is more significant than you realize. If you got run over by a truck and you saw the physical injuries, you wouldn't be doing it all. You just got run over by a truck internally just because you can't see the physical injuries. You still need to take that time. I know there's a lot to do, but just do the bare minimum.
I love that. I love that analogy. Yes, yes, because so often we minimize the extent to which these things like betrayal, grief, like it hits home and it hits hard.
Yes. Yes, it's so significant, and part of the reason that I do what I do is I wanna break the stigma around it, because we have these thoughts like, "It happened to me because I'm not pretty enough. It happened to me because I'm not a good enough wife. It happened to me because, oh my god, something is wrong with me." It happened to you because somebody else chose it. You really had nothing to do with it. I've said to people before, unless you held a gun to your partner's head and said, "You must go cheat on me," I guarantee you didn't cause it. So, step back. Allow yourself to feel the significance of it. We have a lot of trust in our partnerships. We have a lot of trust in our relationship. This is significant. This is painful. It's more than heartbreak. It's trusting the world. It's trusting the institution of marriage or partnerships. It's disrupts your idea of how the world should work. This is so much bigger than, oh my gosh, he saw somebody else and she was really hot and then he went and had sex with her. And you know what I mean? Like the narrative around infidelity does not tap into the depth of the emotional pain.
Absolutely. Yeah, as a psychiatrist, I would I would agree that it doesn't. I wonder if you could, because you've worked with people, and I wonder if there's a client story of someone who using the techniques that you use because you do energy work, hypnotherapy, um, where they were able to reclaim their life after heartbreak.
Oh, yeah. Um, again, being very honest, it takes time. I know exactly the client I wanna talk about, it's beautiful, it's amazing, but it didn't happen in 6 weeks because you have to go through that initial shock. And we went through the initial shock, and she saw a therapist, and she saw a couples therapist for a while, and she would see me for some of the energy work. We did a lot of somatic processing because she was holding so much in her body, and we got her breathing, and we got her moving, and we got her flowing, and we got her processing again. Once this initial crisis had passed, then she had to get into some of the practicalities. What am I going to do? How is this going to look going forward? Her husband was doing a lot of work and they were going to work it out. And then about halfway through that, she had this realization, actually, the infidelity has nothing to do with it. I've been out of this marriage emotionally for a lot longer than I realized, and I am choosing to separate.
Mm,
Because that's my choice. It doesn't matter with the infidelity. Then she went through the whole divorce. It's a lot. Her last phase now, she is back to who she was. And what I mean by that is she's still a loving and kind woman taking care of her family, but she puts herself first. She is traveling with some girlfriends. She is, it sounds silly, but like she's going to game nights, trivia nights. She's taking trips, she's doing all of these fun things, and she's like, "This was me. I was a community-oriented person. I had friends, I had family, I had fun. I kinda let that all go, and I played the role of wife and mom, and now I'm back to playing the role of me."
mm,
And it can be kind of a subtle shift externally, but what she talks about now is that freedom internally, that this was the sole lesson that I went through. I spent the first half of my life, 3/4 of my life, like she'd say, putting layers on. I will do this. I will become this. I will, acquiesce to this. I will, and she's like, "This last part, I've been taking layers off."
mm.
And it's this internal sense of freedom. She's fine. Whether she meets somebody or not, inside, she's fine. It's this internal joy that she is radiating that is so beautiful to witness because all of that judgment, well, what if somebody says this? Well, what if I never find somebody? But what if I don't have enough for a retirement? But that's just gone. And she's just solid.
Ugh, it's inspiring, really, 'cause with that story, it's as if she's like you said, remembering who she truly is
Yeah.
and living it. Live in it. You mentioned something. You talked about somatic practices, and for people who are I'm a psychiatrist, I hear that word a lot, but for people in our audience who aren't familiar, can you tell us a little bit about that and like what are they?
Yeah.
And who is it good for and what does it help with?
Oh, I love to because I'm so passionate about it. Somatics basically just means of the body. We are a body. We have a body. We live inside this body. And you know when you start getting stressed and you start feeling it in your gut and then you feel it in your shoulders and then you start hunching and then you're like, I feel sick to my stomach over this. That is all of that energy, all of that muck just gathering in your body. And one of the things I say, you can't think your way out of trauma. You can't
Mm.
just decide, "Oh, I'm not gonna be a victim anymore. Yeah, I had those horrible experience and it's all okay. I can just let that go." We have to feel our way through trauma, through the body. So, if you have a memory of something that happened to you and you're feeling it and it's all holding in, you have to move the body. One of my favorite things to do is putting your hand on your belly, putting your hand on your heart. Seeing if you can just drop the breath into your body and loosen that low belly and just make contact. And it feels kind of awkward because it's this big, but whew, I hold in my belly. I grip in my belly. Is my heart moving? When there's anxiety, another one of my favorites is to just flap my hands. You might see kids doing a hand flap.
Yes.
Yeah, hand flaps are amazing. Where is that anxiety? Think about the anxiety. It's like, "Ah!" When you start hand flapping around your ears, around your head, around your shoulders, and you can take that anxiety and you're like, here's my anxiety, and you're flowing it through your fingers and you're hand flapping and you're up and down. And then you can just kind of go like you're shaking water off your fingers.
Yeah.
Flip that anxiety away. You are doing with your body what you need to do to get that stuff out of your body. So soften my belly, move my heart, move my head. And there's what I love about somatic processing is, yes, there's tools, there's tricks. I can tell you how to do some things, but kids know how to do it naturally. A toddler
Mhm.
rolling on the floor having a temper tantrum, that's somatic processing. Nobody
Yes.
said roll on the floor, kick your feet, flail your arms, you'll feel better. Kids just know.
Yeah.
We lose touch with our bodies. Turn on music and just dance. What does your body feel like doing now? Does it feel like shaking, bouncing? Doesn't matter. Do it. It's going to help. And if it doesn't, try something else. Because
Um,
otherwise, we hang on to it and it hurts and it can make us sick.
what are the different ways you've noticed that when people hold on to that, oh, the betrayal, the resentment, like what have you seen happen to people?
Ah, so much. So much. I'm gonna start. Whenever we go through this betrayal, we compress, we collapse. When we move forward, we collapse, we compress. That can be fine. That's part of the processing. But we have to expand again. Otherwise, we stay in that crumpled, collapsed space. When we're collapsed, we can't process. We're in sheer grief. Grief is valid, but we can't live in grief.
Mhm.
A lot of my work is around the word flaunt, and flaunt is the energy that I want to lead people to. It's from that collapse into that flaunt, the heart open, the chest open. When you live in a crumpled, collapsed place, the diaphragm can't move up and down. Physiologically, you're not taking in as much oxygen. When you don't have oxygen, your mind isn't going to work. Your muscles aren't going to work. You're going to get tired. When you get tired, you're going to feel depressed and you're going to say, what's wrong with me? I used to be able to get up and spend all day. You don't look good. Your posture is forward. You look sad, insecure. You start not attracting other fun people because you look like a depressed, collapsed in person. So it becomes this downward spiral of I'm not feeling good. I'm not having good relationships. Nothing is good anymore. And you're literally looking down and you're missing life all around you. So even if you don't feel like it, take that flaunt position. Raise the chest up. Pull the crown of your head to the sky. Move that low belly. Open up the heart. Even smile. I'm not saying walk around with a fake smile on your face. But when you smile and you contract the muscles in your face, it sends those chemical messengers into your bloodstream that, hey, I'm feeling good. Hey, I'm feeling good. And it creates a more positive mindset. You get more oxygen to the body and you begin an upward spiral.
Mm, very true. So many truths in that statement. I wonder, as you're helping people, let's say, they get past the betrayal, they've healed from the betrayal. I wonder about the next step, like opening up their hearts again to love. Can you tell me a little bit about tips, techniques, things that can help with that transition?
Yeah. This is hard to hear when you were newly betrayed, when you're in the middle of it. But betrayal is such a reflection. All things that happen around us are mirrors for something inside. Uh-huh. And this is
Speak
not
it. Yes.
oh, yeah. And this is not blaming. But if you've been betrayed, my question to you is always, how are you betraying yourself? How are you not having your own back? And opening your heart up to love again means fully having your own back. It doesn't mean being armored up. It means trusting your truth, trusting your intuition, thinking and feeling, and knowing that if you see red flags going forward, you don't have to be hijacked. You can sit with it. You can process it. Earlier I said, touch your belly, touch your chest. How does that feel? How does this new relationship feel? Does it feel good in my heart, but bad in my gut? Okay, that's something
Mm.
to listen to. Life is fluid. You are fluid. Trust yourself. When you have your own back, it's safe to open yourself up to others because you will not let yourself down again.
Yes, yes. Very, very just powerful words. So there are steps that they can take as they're making that transition. And we're spiritual creatures. We are multi-dimensional persons, and I wonder how that aspect affects our healing journey.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go deep on this one. I
Okay. Yes,
channel.
we're here for it. We're yes, yes, yes.
Exactly. I channel a group of entities known as the librarians. And what they do is they collect the records around lessons that we have as a collection of souls. So it's not your records or my records, it's the records around the experience of betrayal, judgment, abandonment, whatever. When I started channeling them and I started understanding what I learn on behalf of me, but I also learn on behalf of the collective. What somebody else learns, yes, they learn on their own behalf, but their knowledge and their wisdom and their experience, I can also gain information and knowledge from. We all elevate as humanity based on what we're all doing. And when I started really understanding that, yes, this is betrayal is for me. It's also a gift to my husband. We ended up reconciling. It's changed his world. He dealt with his past trauma that he never dealt with. This is also a gift to people in my immediate family. It's a gift to people that I touch. But on a soul level, I am walking this path for all of humanity.
Mm.
You go through this experience, you are walking this path for all of humanity. It's not just about you. What can you learn? What can you share? This is ancestral. This goes to the past. This goes to the future. And that's a high level of responsibility. And when you are, and I hate this word, but like lucky enough to go through something deep, it's because you are being tasked with doing this work for humanity. So it helps you elevate.
Oh, absolutely. You elevate, other people elevate, and we're helping each other. We are helping each other. And so I guess as we wrap things up, I wonder if there is a a practice that you do that has helped you really connect with your spirit, especially when tough things like this happen.
Yeah. My favorite thing is just taking some time in the morning to not do anything, to sit in silence. Sometimes I'm in my bed. Sometimes in the summer, I'll go sit outside on the patio. I don't have my phone. I don't have a book. I don't have conversation. I just sit there and I just feel myself. I feel my body wake up. I feel the sun or the snow or the temperature. I just sit there in a state of awareness. And sometimes it's a very short practice. And other times I'll have the luxury of time and I'll be like, I can sit here for 20 minutes. But just allowing myself to be and to connect with who I am without all of that external noise or sound or input is really life changing.
Ugh, I feel it. Just as you were talking about, I was like, "Oh, I feel that transformative experience that she's having," and I'm sure you'll inspire many of our listeners to do the same. For our listeners, we're hearing you, we're seeing you, and we'd love to connect with you. Tell us, how can we connect with you after this show?
Oh, absolutely. Please connect with me. A couple of things. If you'd like to get a free copy of a betrayal recovery guide that I've put together, it includes channeled wisdom, some somatic practices, journal prompts. Go to betrayalrecoveryguide.com and download it for free. I am on all social media. You can also find me on my main website, loracheadle.com. And my name, Lora, is spelled a little bit different. It's Loracheadle. So Betrayal Recovery Guide, Lora Cheadle, or social media.
Wow, Laura, thank you so much for your vulnerability, your insight, your brilliance. You've shown us that betrayal doesn't have to be the end of the story. It can actually be the beginning of a deeper and more radiant chapter. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
If you haven't heard it yet today, I appreciate you. The soul in me honors the soul in you. If you'd like to see more episodes like this, please subscribe or click here. And friends, if this spoke to you, leave a comment below. We would love to hear from you.